Flinders University in Australia. Value of this scholarship is $28,854. Closing date for this scholarship is 5th August 2022. Title say Australian Government Research Training Program Scholarship. International, so meaning that is for international students. Yes, who are those eligible? Benefits and eligibility. The Australian Government Research Training Program pays a stipend at the standard rate set by the Australian Government of $28,854 per tax-free 2022 full-time rate. The AGRTPS also includes a research training program place which provides an offset for tuition fees for up to 4 years. The AGRTPA student moves to Adelaide from overseas is eligible for an establishment allowance after arrival at Flinders of up to $1,485 to assist with relocation costs and airfares, provided receipt can be produced by the student. Now, who is eligible for this scholarship? It says you must be a student of any overseas country except New Zealand and not hold Australian citizenship, Australian permanent resident status, or new resident citizenship, meaning that you must not belong to any of this country as a citizen of any of these countries. That is the only thing required for you to apply. 2. Intend to commence a full-time study for higher degree by research in Australia for full-time in the year for which the award is to be offered. Students who commence their higher degree by research in the previous year but who, due to timing of the application for admission and subsequent enrollment, were unable to apply for the AGRTPS in that year, or commenced a higher degree by research and terminated that enrollment within 6 months of commencement, may also be considered. Third category of eligibility, you must be intend to enroll in an area of research concentration. That means if you are coming in for this scholarship, you must come in sole purpose to do research. Now, you must satisfy all entry requirements for higher degree by research, include English language proficiency level in accordance with the English language proficiency requirements HDRO candidature. All right, we'll get to that shortly. It says please see award of full eligibility criteria. Okay, so what's the condition for full eligibility criteria? So selection awards will be undertaken by the scholarships committee based on academic merit and research potential. Applicants will be ranked according to university guidelines for ranking postgraduate research scholarship applications. The university will give priority to students undertaking a higher degree by research for the first time. So there will be priority will be given here as those who are taking research higher degree by research for the first time. Priority will be given to them. They say please see conditions of award in full selection criteria. Okay, now what are the conditions of award? Say application information. To ensure your application is complete and competitive, please read the following. 1. Research supervisor. You must make contact with an academic staff member and have an informal agreement from that person to supervise you if successful. Email evidence of the supervisor agreement should be included with your application. Applicants who do not have a supervisor at the time of application will not be considered for the AGRTPS. Now, I've already said on this channel on numerous occasions that as a postgraduate student, master's or PhD, the first thing you should do is to contact a potential supervisor in your area or field of research, that informing him that you would like him or her to supervise you. Now, this should happen with an alignment in your area study. For instance, using the health sciences, the health sciences have various branches or various specialty. So look for a specialty, a supervisor that is that aligns with your area of specialty or area of interest. Then write to him, email him or her, telling him or her that you would intend or you would like them to supervise your postgraduate research. Then next, say Publication. You must include evidence that you have published. You may include up to 5 publications with your application. Each publication must be accompanied with a completed cover sheet. Publication without cover sheet will not be considered. Publication will be used to judge the quality of previous research in the area that you intend to study at Flinders University. Applicants with more than 5 publications should consult their Flinders University supervisor and select the top 5. Explain briefly why these 5 we are choosing. Do not provide more than 5 publications. Additional publications may be noted on your CV or in a separate list. Cover sheets are not required for publication lists on the CV but not included among the top 5. Okay, there's another one. Then another interesting thing is that your publication must not be more than 5 years old. Please note that due to high competitive nature of the AGROTPS, applicants who have not published are unlikely to be competitive. So if you have not, if you do not have any publication, your application may not scale through. That's what it means. The next, academic transcript. You must provide certified copies of all university level academic transcripts translated into English. Please do not provide secondary school certificates or non-educational certificates or awards. Research proposal. You must include a research proposal of approximately 500 words in length, outline problem, hypothesis, question, and methodology or approach. Academic referees. Say complete session of 2 copies of academic referees, confidential report forms, and forward them to 2 appropriate referees of your choice. If possible, the referees should have an informed personal professional knowledge of your academic ability and be able to exercise judgment of your research potential. Indicate that your application form, who the referee report form have been sent to. Academic referee reports must return to ROHD scholarship at flinders.edu.au by 5th of August 2022. Curriculums vitae, an updated CV outlining your work experience or research experience and a full list of cited publications should be included with your application. Formal and language. All documents must be uploaded via the application portal and should be in English. Please save as PDF and scanned and save in the correct orientation. Please name all documents with your family name and document name. For example, your name, transcript name, publication 1, and etc. Application. It says to apply for the AGROTPS, you will need to submit an online application for admission at a higher degree by research, PhD or Masters of Arts by research, followed by an application for the International ROHD Scholarship Group. If you have a valid offer for admission to a higher degree by research, you do not need to apply for admission again. International applicants should apply via the Studylink, and details about the application can be found at this link here. All of this link will be in the description of this video. Now, how to apply. So you will activate. Now, how to apply. Now, you apply at the university, Flinders University. Once you have read the information, you should complete a registration through this link. So once you have completed registration, you will be able to log back into that portal and complete your application for admission. A Flinders student ID is created within 1 hour after registration and has been submitted. You will need to take note of this number. So this kind of now serve as your temporary student's ID or student's login ID. Then how to apply? So we need to activate your account using the ID from your registration and your date of birth provided at the time of registration to log in. And after logging in into the student systems, you fill out necessary information. Then you head to the My Scholarships tab, create a new scholarship application, and you select the 2023 from the search and select the International ROHD Scholarship Group. So that is all you need. You see, if you have studied at Flinders University but graduated more than 12 months ago, you will need to reactivate your FAN via the FAN reactivation page. with an active FAN, you will then be able to submit your application for scholarship via the Student Information System as advised above. Do not forget that closing date for this application closes 5th of August 2022. So if I were to submit an application now, I will just click on this link and it sends me to the application page. Now this is the English language proficiency page, kind of English language proficiency test that is being accepted at Flinders University. They have a TOEFL is accepted here. C1, that's a Cambridge Assessment English, is also accepted. Then the Pearson test of English accepted also. Then the ELICOS, ELICOS accepted also. And the applicant that has an equivalent of one of the above requirements as determined by the delegated authority specified in the HROD procedure. So those are the English language proficiency tests that are currently accepted at Flinders University. Now look at something here. The Vice President and Pro-Chancellor International approved the equivalent scores for their international language proficiency test specified in 3.1 and 3.2C to the specified minimum IELTS score. So I think this kind of a case of exemption for those with IELTS test scores. Alright, so guys, please, you can start putting in your application for this scholarship. This is how to apply. We earlier talked about this. Alright guys, so with that, we've come to the end of this video. Please like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you. God bless you. I will see you in the next one.